Man, let's skip to the NFL, man, National Football League, real quick. Just one topic I want to discuss, of course, my Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, second in the NFL, 25 touchdown passes, fourth with a 109 passer rating. I think he got just under 980 yards rushing on the year. Is Lamar Jackson this year's MVP for NFL?
Yeah, man. So far.
It's not a lock? It's not a lock?
The future is not predictable. Like, anything can happen. I don't wish anything to happen on him or to him, excuse me.
Let's say, Mike, given there's no injuries, let's say he keeps playing the way he's playing and Russell Wilson keeps playing the way he's playing up until week 17. Who's the MVP?
I got Lamar Jackson in that race, man. He's just a little bit above Russell Wilson so far this year. If he keeps playing the same way that he's playing and Russell keeps playing the same way that he's playing now, if Lamar was to have a bad game or two and Russell didn't, then that's the only way I could see Russell Wilson possibly winning the MVP. But other than,
Lamar's not having bad games.
Scenario,
Lamar's not going to have a bad game. He's not going to have a bad game. Don't worry about that at all. My Ravens don't have bad games.
Right. I know you're a Raven fan, man, but you just never know. And he hasn't had any bad games for real this year. When he hasn't been so good in the passing game, he's used his feet to make up for it, man. And his decision making abilities is top of the line, man. So he probably won't have any bad games. So right now, I will say that Lamar Jackson is going to win the MVP.
I'm gonna tell you something, Jo. The Ravens first came here to Baltimore in '96. Of course, I've been a fan ever since then. We done went through so many quarterbacks. Just as a resident of Baltimore and as a fan of the Ravens, you couldn't fathom having a quarterback for the Ravens being in the MVP conversation after all the quarterbacks that we done ran through since this franchise came to Baltimore. It's unbelievable that we have someone in their second year already in the conversation for most valuable player at that position for this team. We've been built on defense. Quarterbacks have just been terrible.
It sounds like you is astonished and you is completely humbled and in disbelief.
I am.
You seem proud.
because you know what? I was one of those guys that was screaming for Flacco last year in the playoffs when we was getting our butt handed to us by the Chargers, because I figured that we needed to throw the football. Lamar just looked terrible, and I just did not anticipate this progression, man. Who imagined this? Who could have imagined this?
Well, it's sort of like how I felt when, as a Packer fan, knowing I have Aaron Rodgers for the next 10 years. It's like complete. It's
a safety blanket, man.
Not to be arrogant, but it's like you secure.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's
nice
like,
little comfort zone.
You're like, we good for the next decade or so. So, but I think as far as MVP goes, it's still early between Wilson and Jackson, but I think I'm gonna give it to Jackson, just beating an undefeated team at the time, which was the Patriots, and then they beat the 49ers, which Wilson beat an undefeated 49 team as well. So I don't know, man. It just I love them both, so I'm good either or. Both of me. Wilson been in the game for a minute and been getting slept on. Like, they don't even put him in the elite category, top 5 quarterbacks. Like, me and you've been talking. I've been putting Russell Wilson top 2 in my top 2 for
you done had him as the best black quarterback.